Hey guys, Econ's here with another World of Warcraft Codemaking Guide. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of the best vendor shuffles right now in the game. It's actually potentially going to get changed on Monday when Shadowlands drops, so it's definitely something you want to get on top of between now and then. It's probably made me a couple 100,000 gold in sales in the last couple of days. It's fairly low cost and really easy to set up, so why don't we go ahead and get into it. Before we get started though, I want to give a huge shout out to my supporters on Patreon for the month of November. Thank you, Nish. Thank you, Nadim, aka Stormy. Thank you, Lord Ryan, and thank you, Cassie, for your support. So this is the vendor that we're going to be taking a look at today. Jessica Sellers, the Ink Trader, and the new Dalaran.
Need help?
You can see she now trades the Crimson Ink in exchange for the Old Inks, as well as the pigments from back in Legion. So you can get these relatively low cost. I imagine a lot of people's scribes will have a bunch of these stockpiled as well, as I do. I have 6,307 in my bank. And most of them are like a 1-to-1 trade, so it's like pretty good. You can see the prices on the inks are anywhere from like 10k all the way up to like 70k, even as high as like 200 per ink on some of my realms. So definitely a good shuffle to do. As I said, they may change this on Monday when Shadowlands drops. Originally, the trading was done with the Shadowlands inks, so yeah, I imagine they'll probably change it on Monday. At least there's a high chance it'll get changed on Monday. So it's definitely something you want to get done on Sunday. Maybe even like early Monday before Shadowlands drops. So this is what the prices of the herbs look like on this auction house. Did actually buy out everything under 1 gold, which is why the prices are so high. Generally on my full pop, the prices for the herbs are pretty close to 1 gold. So it's pretty easy to calculate the crafting cost for the crimson inks and crimson pigments that we're turning in. I actually did a sample of 20,000 and ended up getting 6,326 of the crimson pigment. I also did a second test of 20,000 and I only got 5,944 for that. So you can probably expect around, I would say like 0.3 to 0.35 pigment for each herb that you mill. So that's a really easy way to calculate your cost. Assuming you pay up to 1 gold for each herb, each crimson pigment is going to cost you roughly like 3 gold each. And that'll determine like what sort of inks and pigments that you trade in for. So these are the inks that you can trade in for. You can see the prices on this realm range between 8 gold 50 for the Warbinder's ink all the way up to 120 for the Jadefire ink. Pretty good prices overall. I usually just go after the inks that have a 1-to-1 trade. So avoid any of the ones that are like green. They cost 10 ink to get 1 ink, so it's not like a crazy exchange unless the prices are really high in your realm. Sallow is actually a pretty good one. It's not so good on this realm since the price is only 40 gold, but you can see the region market value average on that is 140, so it's much higher in most other realms. So I would definitely stock up a bunch on sallow pigment. Rosy pigment is actually pretty high on this realm. You can see the region market value average on that is 26. So yeah, get a mix of those. And then also if you have like a scribe, you can use these for crafting glyphs. The Legion glyphs still sell for a decent amount, so they may actually yield a better profit than just selling the pigments outright. But yeah, just a matter of checking prices on your realm. You can see Jadefire is pretty good on this realm. Black Fallow at 70 is really good. Ink of the Sea at 70 is really good as well. And yeah, some of these other inks are also like in the 50s, 30s, and then 20s. Like I said, the crafting cost for each of these is like 3 gold, since I paid 1 gold for each of my herbs. So I'm making more than like tenfold return on investment if I'm selling like Sallow or Roseate or any of these above like 35 gold. One thing I forgot to mention is this is something that you can do on an allied race. You can see my tune is just level 11. I ran it up to Zuldazar, picked up Zanlar Inscription, and I've actually gotten it up to 150 just from mostly doing the shuffle. Did craft a few things to get it up, but yeah, even if you don't have a scribe, you can just roll one. The allied races start at level 10, so just run it to the BFA zone. You need skill 50 to get mass mill, but it's really easy to do. Just a matter of single milling and crafting some inks to get up to 50. And then you can pick up mass mill from the trainer, which makes it a lot easier to do the shuffle. Yeah, this is just a tune that I use for crafting bracers and crafting inks as well, just on one of my spare accounts. So I would highly recommend doing this if you have extra accounts. Even if you don't have the scribe, you just roll one. You could just start at level 1, level to 10, get out to Zoldazar Colturus, or you could also just roll Alad Race, which starts at level 10. That's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, and as always, a huge shout out to my supporters on Patreon. Hope you guys all have a great launch on Monday. I will actually be streaming, trying to go for 24 hours, just leveling and doing gold making. So you can catch my stream over at twitch.tv/econs, and the link can be found in the description below. Thanks again, and I will see you all in the next video. Late.